Hi, I'm Dr. David Tremblay with the Man Eye Institute, and I'm here with Paul Mann.
I'm Dr. Paul Mann. I've been practicing at the Man Eye Institute for the last 15 years, and we've been doing a lot of LASIK during that time period. So for starters, David, why don't we try to dispel some of these myths about LASIK?
Sure.
First and foremost, there's a myth out there that LASIK is only good for nearsighted patients. And that goes back to the history of the FDA approvals of LASIK, and the Vizx laser was approved in 1997 for the treatment of nearsightedness. And a few years later, it was approved for the treatment of astigmatism and farsightedness. However, there's still that myth out there. That being said, all the laser platforms have improved tremendously, and LASIK is a good treatment for anyone with astigmatism, nearsightedness, or farsightedness, as long as they fall within a particular realm of parameters with each of those, and as long as they're a good candidate with normally shaped corneas.
Right, and with improvements in technology recently as well, a person who may not have been a candidate, say 5 or 10 years ago, could actually now be a candidate because of the improvements in technology.
Yeah, we see that all the time.
Right.
So let's move on to myth number 2, which would be LASIK hurts.
Right, so that's probably my most frequent question I get asked. I can tell you from firsthand experience, having had LASIK, that I had no pain whatsoever. I will tell you that there are some patients that experience slight pressure during the procedure. It's mild pressure and it's only for about a few seconds. Now the nice thing is that you do have the option of having a Valium beforehand, and the Valium really helps to relax you, to get you in a nice kind of headspace for having a good, comfortable procedure. And we do a lot of numbing drops to make sure that there's no sharp pain. The really important part is after LASIK to go home, take a nice 2 or 3 hour nap, and once you wake up from your nap, there's no pain whatsoever, and the eyes feel extremely comfortable.
Yes, I totally agree. I recommend all of my patients go straight home after the procedure and take a 3 to 4 hour nap. And if they can do that, they really avoid any discomfort, and when they wake up, they can see and they feel good.
Right.
And they've had a great experience.
Right. So what about the myth that LASIK wears off over time?
Well, that's an interesting one as well. So basically, the change that we make to the shape of the cornea when we do LASIK is a permanent change. It does not change as you get older, but what does happen as you get older is the crystalline lens inside the eye becomes more brittle, and that's as it's partially developing into cataract formation. And that can cause people that does cause people to have to wear reading glasses at some point. People are affected in their 40s or their 50s or their 60s, but it pretty much catches up with everyone, and they end up needing reading glasses at some point.
Right. I have a lot of patients that say that their friend, their neighbor, their parents had to start wearing glasses again in their 40s and 50s, and so the assumption was that LASIK was wearing off. But again, very common myth, not related to LASIK, unfortunately. It's just a natural thing that's going to happen to everybody. Now, there are surgical procedures that can be performed, like a LASIK enhancement, a lens-based surgery that can restore great near vision without needing glasses as well.
When that time comes.
Correct. Okay. Now, what about the risks of LASIK?
There is the perception out there that LASIK is a risky procedure. And the truth of the matter is, LASIK is actually a very safe procedure as long as you're a good candidate for the procedure. The risks of wearing contact lenses and abusing contact lenses, meaning sleeping in contact lenses or leaving them in for prolonged periods of time, longer than they were made, is the risk of infection from that type of contact lens wear is so much greater than the risk of actually having a problem with LASIK. So LASIK is actually much safer than wearing contact lenses.
Right. I've seen some pretty bad infections in, unfortunately, young people.
From contact lenses.
From contact lenses, correct.
I have too.
Yes, and it's typically not a good result from that.
Right.
So, well, if you'd like to see if you're a good LASIK candidate, come in and see us. You can go to our website at maneye.com or call us at 1-800-MyVision.
We're looking forward to helping you.